Welcome families, friends, guests, and graduates to today's convocation ceremony at Desert Financial Arena. We expect a very full ceremony today. We ask that graduates fill in all available.
Stand as we welcome the faculty and special platform guests of the new College of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences. Our processional is led this morning by our outstanding graduate, Aravindeep Azra, carrying the college gondola. Aravindeep is graduating today with a master's degree in forensic psychology. Please welcome Vice Provost of the West Valley campus and Dean of the new college, Dr. Todd Sandrin. New College Associate Dean, Stephen Todd. New College Associate Dean, Luis Mendoza. New College Associate Dean, Vernon Morris. New College Assistant Dean and College Marshal, Bonnie Weitzel. Convocation Speaker, Brandon Raffi. School of Humanities, Arts and Cultural Studies Director, Miriam Mara. School of Interdisciplinary Forensics Director, Hank Fradella. School of Mathematics and Natural Sciences Director, Nita Pfefferman. School of Social and Behavioral Sciences Director, Heather Smith-Kenoy. Intern Director Team, Marathon Honors College, West Valley, Diane Gruber. Vice President of the ASU Alumni Association, Morgan Harrison. The new College of Interdisciplinary Sciences faculty and guests. Outstanding Undergraduate Student Award honoree, Emra Muslim. Student Speaker, Erica Magdalene. Performance by Grace Rogers. 8 Dean's Medalist Award winners.
Erica Magdalene.
College of Interdisciplinary Arts and Sciences, welcome to your convocation ceremony! Please.
You see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
Thank you, Boris.
No worries.
Well, is anyone ready to graduate today? Perhaps a more important question. Now, are there any families and friends of our folks here ready to graduate, ready for them to graduate?
Yes, the whole tribe.
Here we are. It might have seemed like times this day would never arrive, but here we are, finally. Graduation day. You have worked hard, you have persisted, you've taken that very last final exam, and some of you may have even rung the Boole Bell at West Valley campus just one last time. And through it all, you've learned not just how to succeed, you've learned how to thrive. What a beautiful day. Congratulations, graduates and class of 2026. Today is indeed a celebration, a time of joy, but we also gather at a moment when enormous challenges face our community. None of these challenges are simple. None of them can be solved by a single algorithm or approached from a single perspective. Many of these challenges, they feel brand new, and in some ways they are. As President Crow noted earlier this week, in this very arena, democracy itself is still a relatively brand new idea in the long arc of human history. And on a more recent scale of time, technologies like artificial intelligence are certainly new and rapidly affecting nearly every aspect of society, it seems. But what all of these new challenges share is something we call complexity. No major issue in today's world fits neatly into a single discipline or single field of study. And that is exactly why your education at ASU's new college matters so deeply. Because your degree was built on interdisciplinarity, what I like to call your superpower. Because you certainly have not just mastered one subject. You have learned how to connect ideas, how to think across boundaries and disciplines, how to see problems through multiple lenses. In a world changing at extraordinary speed, that ability is not just valuable, it is essential. Because for one of many reasons, experts are now predicting that most of you will have multiple careers, as many as a dozen or more over your course of your lifetime and your work. These technical skills that you learn today may evolve quickly, but your ability to learn, to adapt, to synthesize knowledge, and to solve complex problems, that endures, and that will serve you well. We hear a lot these days, constant debate about artificial intelligence or about AI. Some even claim that this will make higher education irrelevant. You might guess, but I believe the opposite is true. AI is a powerful tool, but it requires human beings who can think critically, creatively, and contextually. The people who will thrive in this new era are not those who simply follow static, simple rules and apply protocols. They are those who can understand complexity, those who can connect disciplines, who can ask new questions, who can imagine and create new possibilities. This is what some call contextual intelligence. And new college graduates, you have developed exactly that. But I encourage you today to not merely rely on your contextual intelligence. You must also never stop learning. Especially in a world transformed by rapidly evolving and disruptive technologies, you must continue to renew, to transform your mind and expand your understanding always. Your degree has already proven that you can do that. You must never stop being new. Because you do not simply observe change. You do not simply help shape change. You do not simply fit into the future, you build the future. And for many of you, today represents something deeply personal. A new chapter, a new beginning. For some, today represents a generational milestone. Would our first generation college students, those who will be the first in their families to obtain a college degree, please stand now and be recognized. it 2 more times because this group is so important. To the families and friends whose love and support made this day possible, please stand so that we may celebrate with you and celebrate you. Graduates, I can assure you, the future will be dynamic. It will be uncertain, and at times it will feel unsettling. But I am profoundly optimistic about what lies ahead. Because of you, and because of what you will create, go forward and embrace every new challenge. Connect the dots in ways that others cannot. Get out there, do the work, and build the future our world needs now. Class of 2026, may you always be new. Congratulations. Sun Devil alumni. From Avondale, Arizona to Atlanta, Georgia, from Africa to Australia, wherever you go on this planet, you will find fellow Sun Devils there. And here to tell you more today about how to connect with this incredible community is Morgan Harrison, Vice President of the ASU Alumni Association. In her role, she advances ASU's mission by developing programs and services that engage you and your former Sun Devils across the world.
To graduation. On behalf of the ASU Alumni Association, we are excited to welcome you into the next chapter and being your connection to ASU. Your journey does not stop here, it is now just beginning. As Dean Sandrin mentioned
yesterday. And I'm privileged to introduce to you our speaker today, a speaker who has done just that type of building. In just over 10 years, he has built a thriving statewide business with hundreds of employees. But throughout his success, he has also been incredibly supportive of our communities. In fact, here at New College, his generosity helps high school students get a head start on their law degrees and on their eventual careers. His support of our Future Lawyers Institute at West Valley campus has allowed about 100 West Valley High School students to attend summer camp completely free of charge. And that's just one of many examples of his compelling story, much of which I will leave for him to share with you now. Sun Devils, please offer up a huge Sun Devil welcome for Mr. Brandon Rafferty.
Oh, Rafi. Bakit yun? Yeah. Oh, Rafi.
Good afternoon, class of 2026. First, let me start by sharing what an honor it is to be here with you for ASU New College's convocation. Listen, for their ceremonies, some schools call astronauts, some call senators, some call Pulitzer Prize winners, and ASU's New College called Rafferty.
That's his commercial.
I'd like to introduce myself since most of you may have not seen my face before. I'm Brandon Rafferty, founder of Rafferty Law Group. And although I turned 40 this past Monday, I feel like it was just yesterday I was sitting in your seats.
He's only 40.
So here's the deal. I've got 10 minutes, and I'm going to use them to talk about how I ended up on those billboards,
Yes.
the things I learned getting there, and what I think you owe a state that just handed you a degree that you earned. And then I'll get out of the way so that you can graduate. My parents, two immigrants, came to this country 50 years ago. They didn't know each other yet. 2 teenagers, 2 suitcases, 2 planes. Headed for the same idea. And that idea was simple. America wasn't perfect. America was possible. And possible is a place that you build. They met, they married. I moved to Phoenix when I was a young child. They never talked much about what they left behind, But what they taught my sister and I, they taught by living it. You get up, you get to work, and you take care of the people in front of you. Everything I stand in front of you with today, I learned at that table. Every billboard, every radio spot, every TV ad, every team member and client, all of it traces back to those two people. Some of you are sitting here because your family made the same kind of bet. They came from somewhere else, or maybe they came from here, and they worked 2 jobs in Phoenix, or Glendale, or Avondale, so that you could be the first in your family to walk across the stage. Somebody bet on you to be in that seat. A parent, a grandparent, a teacher who told you you were smarter than you thought, a friend who picked up the phone. Somebody worked a shift, skipped a meal, or sat up late so that you could sit here today. They did that for you. So this part of the afternoon is for them. Graduates, could you please join me and rise, and let's make some noise for the people here that have believed in you from day one. In 2014, I started a law firm, a small office, no employees, and a phone that definitely did not ring. Today, our firm has employed hundreds of people across Arizona. We've represented approaching 100,000 clients, and we've recovered almost $1 billion for people who walked in our doors on the worst day of their lives. Pressure. And from the outside looking in, success could look like it's something overnight. But it's not. Success requires patience. That always reminds me of the bamboo, the story of the bamboo. When you plant a bamboo, for years you take care of it, you water it, you do everything that you're supposed to do, and nothing happens. No growth, nothing visible. 1 year goes by, 5 years goes by, nothing. Most people stop, but keep going. Because one day it peeks through. Overnight, it goes 100 feet tall. Success works just like that. Second thing I want to share, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Here's something that took me a long time to say out loud. I got where I got by making mistakes. Lots of them. Hires that didn't work, or no's I should have said yes to. But nobody ever learned anything by doing it right the first time. The people that I respect the most in this world are not the people who never fell down, but they're the ones that got up way faster than they thought they could. And someone wise once told me, experience is the name we give to the mistakes that we made. The third thing I want to share. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. That's the one I'm most sure of. Success is never a solo act, it's a collective effort. 12 years ago, I was a young lawyer with ambition and a head full of ideas that mostly weren't ready. The smartest thing I could have done was marry a woman named Paige, who could see me on days that I couldn't see myself. And when the firm was just me, Paige would come down on her lunch break, and every time the phone rang, she'd run, pretend to be the receptionist, and answer the call. That was to make the person on the other line understand the firm was bigger than it was. She wasn't fooling the client. She was giving me a chance. Paige is the reason any of this works. She believed in me before the firm, before I was who I was. And every good thing in my life sits on those things, people that believed in me. Fast forward to today, and I'm blessed to be surrounded by a team of people who believe in me and believe in the mission. And they're the inspiration that unlocked the next level. The background story on how I became a first generation. I remember all the folks when I first started, their advice, their doubt, their negativity. They would say, "Hey Rafi, Don't smile in your photos. Lawyers are supposed to look angry. They said, hey, Rafi, don't use the color red. That's not a lawyer color. Hey, Rafi, don't start a firm. You'll fail. There's so many firms. Or, hey, Rafi, don't use the name Rafi. It sounds a little too ethnic. I heard them, but I didn't listen. I had a dream and I wanted to see it through. I bet on myself. I want to take a moment and talk about this state, Arizona, because I owe it so much. Arizona, it's a place that let a kid who liked novels become a lawyer. It's a place where I met my wife and I raised my 3 little boys. And it's a place that's about to hand you a degree that you earned very over many years right now. So, I want to be honest with you about something. The world right now is very loud. There's a lot of people telling you what's broken. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. In many ways, the world is broken. We're seeing issues with affordability. It can still be one of the places in the country that have the opportunity to build something real. I see it every week in the people who walk in our offices, people who are fighting for a foothold. Many years ago, we started Rafi's Hope, which has become one of the most impactful and meaningful parts of my entire life. It's about showing up for families and children who need our support. So this is the part of the speech that I want to ask you to do something. You don't have to start a foundation. You don't have to run for office. You don't have to write a check that you can't afford. You just have to show up for a community that showed up for you. So, support our businesses locally. Hire the kid who reminds you of yourself at 22. Coach the team, mentor the intern, lend a hand, connect people together, and answer the phone. That's the assignment. Invest back in the community that invested in you. And another thing, stay close to this place. I think the kid in the Glendale classroom needs a teacher who looks like her. Or the patient in a Goodyear emergency room needs a nurse who speaks the language. Or the small business on 75th Avenue needs a lawyer to answer the phone. That's you. That's you. If even half of you decide to live your life that way, Arizona will be just fine. I'll close where I started, with the billboard. The billboard says, call Rafi. But that's not the message today. The message is much simpler than that. Build something that matters. Build something that matters. Build it small if you have to. Build it slow. Build it wrong and then build it again. You're too talented to waste a single year of your life building something that doesn't matter. Some of you aren't sure that you earned the seat, but guess what? You did the work, you took the exams, you're here. And it's okay to feel that way. Your degree is not the finish line. It's the starting point. So keep building. So here's what I want for you in your future. I want you to build and be patient. I want you to make mistakes and own them. I want you to stay tied to the state because it needs you. And I want you to call the person who believed in you and tell them that you made it. The world's going to try to label you the smart kid, the quiet kid, the first in your family, the one who left, the one who stayed. None of that is the story. You're the story. And the rest of it is yours to write. So go build something that matters. Thank you, class of 2026. Thank you for letting me be a part of this conversation.
Next, I am proud to introduce our student keynote speaker, Erica McLaughlin. Erica is graduating today with a bachelor's degree in political science and was selected by a committee of faculty and staff from the ASU West Valley community to represent the voice of the class of 2026. Please join me in warmly welcoming Erica.
Erica!
Sandrin, and good afternoon, class
distinguished faculty, and all the loved ones here to celebrate their college graduate. I think something that we can all agree on is that there is just something different about West Campus. The smaller environment, smaller class sizes, and of course, the perk of not having to walk half a mile to get to our next class. My favorite building is the university building because of one of the quotes painted on its wall by Socrates that reads, "Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel." Here at ASU, our professors have always encouraged us not only to stop after asking how, but to dig deeper and ask why. But today, I would add just one more question. Who? Who are you going to help with your degree? Socrates' quote reminds us that education isn't just about gaining knowledge, but also about how we then use it to help others. Our degrees should be more than just credentials. They should be a catalyst for change. Because no matter what pathway we choose, we must always remember that people change people. And so, as we move forward today, let us do so with the intention of helping others and making the world a better place. America's favorite teacher from Boy Meets World once said, "Believe in yourselves, dream, try, do good." After he says that, a student asks, "Don't you mean do well?" But Mr. Feeney insists that he means do good. But what is the difference between doing good and doing well? Doing well often refers to our personal success. But doing good goes beyond the self. It means using your actions, opportunities, and successes to positively impact others. Therefore, I give you the same advice that Mr. Feeney gave his students. Please believe in yourselves. Though life will be filled with ups and downs, never lose your ambition or your grit in the darkest moments. Always count on yourselves and your abilities to tackle any challenge that you will face. Dream, but don't stop there, because it is equally important to try. Never stop trying to turn your dreams into a reality. You have the ability to achieve everything and anything you put your mind to, if you dream it and try your hardest to make it happen. And finally, always strive to do good. Remember that we are the byproduct of those around us, and therefore, we carry the same responsibility to be a person who believes in others. I was 2 years old when my family and I first immigrated here from the Philippines in 2007. It was just the 5 of us, and I thank God every day that we were able to find our own family here in Arizona. Thank you for being there with us through every birthday, graduation, and even through our losses. You were truly the ones who made Arizona feel like a home. At ASU assumes the fundamental responsibility for the economic, social, cultural, and overall health of the communities it serves. Although our time at ASU is complete, our journey to fulfill the charter has just begun. Class of 2026, congratulations, and let's go lead the world.
Thank you, Erica. Today we also have the honor of recognizing Professor Bonnie Wenzel as this year's College Marshal. This position is
Well done.
awarded to a member of the faculty at each convocation ceremony. Bonnie, please join me.
Great job.
Professor Wenzel has served Arizona State University with distinction as the Dean of Career Track Faculty Success. She strengthened faculty